guys? Thank you, I'm good. I'm really good, alhamdulillah. So Mamu and Mummy, they requested that I should tell you about it, how I started and from where I started and where I am now. So my name is Munaza Saeed. Saeed is my father's name, I want to mention here, because he was my inspiration and he was the motivation which brings me to this point here. So I had a background, rural background, a really rural background. So I had my initial studies, if I say from all the school studies, I didn't go to any private school, I didn't go to any academy or anything. So I had all my education in the government school. And when I was under 5, so we didn't have anything to sit in the school or in the college or in our classrooms, and it was all in an open area. So I used to bring, we call that bora, if you know, it's made of plastic. So, and I used to bring that with me, and we sit on that. In winter, in summer, we used to sit on that. In 5th, I appeared in board exam. It was not compulsory, but it was just, I was one of them, the few who appeared in that. And I got a district position in that one without any, hi-fi qualification. And after that, in 8th, when I was in 6th, so I got sick somehow. I had some typhoid problem or something. So what I did, that I couldn't, that was the first time that I couldn't have a first position in my class because I couldn't appear in the exam on the day when it has to be. Otherwise, I was always on the first, but believe me, whenever I go to the classroom for the results, so I was trembling. What is gonna happen? What is gonna happen? Will I be first, or I will be second, or I will be third, or what? But always my teacher said that, oh, you copied everything from the book. So alhamdulillah, I was good. And in 8th, I also appeared in the board exam, so I had a scholarship. So I had a scholarship in 5th, in 8th, and in the 10th exam, it was the same. And when I was in the 9th class, so I have to decide that either I will do science studies or I will go for art studies. So I had ambition to go for the science studies because I always thought myself as a scientist or as a medicinal doctor. So, and my father, he arranged admission in a junior model school, if you know of, and if you have heard of that. So it's a junior model public school, and I went there for 2 months, I guess, but I didn't like it because it took all my time. I had to get up very early in the morning and I have to come late, and I was all the time very tired. So I told my father that it's not helping me. I don't want to go there. Although, and he was saying to me, it's a really good school, it's good school and it will be good for your base and everything. But I said, no, I feel like I don't belong there. So he said, okay, we will try that in our government school in the village, so how it will work. So what happened that when he started pulling some threads that it is government high school, so it is compulsory, there should be one science teacher at least. So when he did that, he came to know there was already one teacher. And I was the first student in my school which was studying sciences. And then one of my friends, she said, oh, okay, I will do it as well. It was already half a year in the 9th class. So one of my friends, and then another of my friends, she said, okay, we will do that. So now we were 3 of us who were studying sciences. And our teacher, she was science teacher. She had studied BSc, but she was not really, up to the standard. She has forgotten everything, maybe. It was so long. So, but we did, and I had a district position. in a rural area. So I got 600 and so it was 695 marks. So, but funny thing is, I didn't know English, because I was read and all the teaching was done in the government school. So when I came in the 6th class, so I have to read English and I have to learn English. That what is A, B, C, A, badi ABC, choti ABC. Can you believe? In 6th class. And when I came after matric, I have to go for the FSC and it was all in English. Now you can imagine, suddenly from Urdu, and I'm going to English in a whole new world. It was quite tough if you think of that. So it was really tough. But the key is keep on going. Don't say to yourself that I can't do that. I was always like, I didn't remember any day when I cried that I can't do that. I always think of that I will do that. So in FSC, I scored exam 820 marks with all these difficulties. It was in 99, 2000. So back then it was quite a lot of marks. But my father, he had ambition that I should go for medicine doctor. And these marks were not enough. So I had to appear in the entry test exam. In entry test exam, I did really well. I had 1036 marks out of 1100. But the problem is that in the entry test and in the medical, when you were going for the medical, the merit is quite high. And now I was competing for all the children who were coming from the Beacon House, from the A-level, O-level, who has marks like 900 plus something. They scored less in the entry test. I have higher in the entry test, but I came on the list like 1700. And the medical exam, if you go, so you will see there are 2000 seats. So only 2000. And out of those 2000, that time only 1300 can go for the medical. They can go get admission. So I was in the 1700. So I couldn't get it. There was a choice that I could go a government private college which was just started in Gujarat. But I didn't opt for that because it was too expensive. And at that time I realized that it's not worth that if I spend all my father's money into that. So how I end up in agriculture, it was quite funny. I tried in few places. There are, if you are going through the medicine and if you are going for biology, then there are a number of options that you can opt. It's like I have also interest in biology and biochemistry. So I tried a BSc honors that is in the Punjab University Lahore. So I tried that. I did the exam, a few of them, and there is some genetics studies. Now there will be more. At that time it was only 3 or 4 areas which biology people can choose. So but unfortunately they said that because you appeared in the FSC exam last year and they didn't have a criteria for the people who appeared in the last year, although I scored marks really good in the test. So that was the last day in the agriculture university for admissions. I called my doctor friend. She had a marks 833 in the FSC and she got admission in PMC college, Punjab Medical College. So I called her that this is the situation. Now tell me if you can go and see that if the admissions are still open, then I can get admission in agriculture college. Because we were really hopeful that I will get admission in the Punjab University. But at the last moment they said, because you are old, you didn't appear in the FSC exam this year, so you cannot come. So it was quite devastating. Really, I was really devastated. My whole family was devastated that how we gonna cope now, what gonna happen. So my whole year will be lost or what I'm gonna do next. But I just called my friend. I still remember I prayed Isha prayer, and I prayed a lot to Allah that please help me and please guide me, please help. And I called my friend, and she said, then I phone rang, and my brother, he answered, and he said, it's Chanda here, my friend. She said to me, Munaza, tomorrow is the last date. If you want to, then you have to come tomorrow with everything. And I was, my God, what I'm gonna do? Then I told my eldest brother, I said, this is the situation and I have to go. Will you come with me? He said, yes, we will go. I took all my manuscripts, all my degree or result cards or whatever could be needed. And we traveled to Faisalabad. In the university is really huge. If you're going first time, so you have to search like that. But we were ambitious and we have determination that we will find out and we will apply for the admission. So we took the prospectus and I applied in 3 disciplines. And I copied all my transcripts there. Got attested from one of the teachers there. Dr. Gill, I still remember him. He was from the economics, and after a few days I had the result that I got admission in veterinary sciences. So at that time, girls going to the veterinary sciences, it was a big no, seriously. But I don't think so that it's a big no for any of you. If you have any interest, it's okay. And so I refused that and I took the opportunity for the agriculture. So I did PhD Honours Agriculture from there, and it's a 4-year program, semester system. And in the semester system is like, in a semester we have a mid-exam. After every 1.5 months we are going for exam, you would say like that. So after BSc Honours, and I also got the scholarship throughout my BSc. I mean, I have to just take fees from my parents for first fee, and after that I was covering all by myself. And after BSc Honours, I did MSc Honours, which is equivalent to MPhil. It is with the research and thesis. So, and after that, now I was clear that what I have to do. I appeared in the PPSC exam, which is Punjab Public Service Commission. It is for 17 or 18 grade jobs. So I appeared in that. I did the interview. I passed that. I got the job. But my father, he was not happy. He said, no, this is not your dream. So go and fulfill your dream, what you have. I got admission in I got the scholarship for the Indigenous scholarship, PhD scholarship. Indigenous is when you do locally at any university. So I got it in Faisalabad University. And my supervisor from MPhil, he was very keen me to continue that. But I said to him, no, if I will do PhD, then I will do from some foreign country, some good place, some good opportunity, university. So at that time, I applied for Australian scholarship and Massey University in New Zealand. So what happened, there was one time I didn't have anything in my hand because I refused the job and I had Indigenous scholarship and my supervisor was pulling me that you should do here. And I was waiting for the exam that when would it happen. For the Australian university, they refused in one term. It's like they have 2 terms, and in a winter term they refused. Their own reasons, their own logics. I thought maybe I'm not going anywhere. Maybe I have to just do the PhD here. I started my PhD there, and I was in the first year. I did the coursework there 1 semester, and then I got admission at Massey University, New Zealand, and I have to pass my IELTS exam. I passed that. In the meantime, what happens now, that at the same time, I got call from both the universities, from Australia and from New Zealand. And now I have to choose that what I have to do. And my supervisor, he was keen that if I have to go outside abroad, then I should go to Australia. So, but I did istikhara, and it came out good for New Zealand. So I chose New Zealand, and I went there. Now I have done my PhD. It's in basically in horticulture, on fruit sciences. It's like a fruit physiology and I did some jobs, and after that we thought that we have to extend the family. So now I'm having a little bit of break. So once my kids will be a little bit by themselves, they can go to daycare. One is going, and the little one is just 1 year old. So I will resume my job again.
What about your experience in New Zealand?
First time when I went there, so imagine a girl going from a rural background, and the university I studied was in Faisalabad, agriculture, which is also very home-like, it's a rural. So when I went there, I was alone, and I didn't know anyone there. I mean, I know a little bit some people, but not like that someone will be guiding me. So in the start, it was quite hard, and I was thinking that maybe I couldn't communicate. But because we have English background, I didn't speak English when I was here. Never ever.
When you face the problem of languages?
No, I was okay. I was feeling like this, that I was trenching in my heart that maybe I will say that and it will be wrong. But the English people, they are good. They will encourage you whatever you are speaking, and they understand. And especially if you are going in a education environment, then it will be good. And the only thing is, there are moments when you feel alone and you feel I should just run away. But the only thing is that you just keep going. You push yourself hard and push yourself hard, and I have to do it. I will do it. No matter what happens, I will do it.
Do you think in foreign countries life is hard than in Pakistan?
Both ways.
Both ways.
Something is good there and something is bad there. First of all, loneliness is too bad. You can't even imagine that how lonely you feel at many times. And especially if you're going for studies and like PhD, it's very tough. I mean, you have to go through a lot because they are preparing in 4 years. They have to prepare someone who will be supervising others. So the supervisor is quite tough because they are making a new person.
Okay, is it true to just say that all these things in your educational era is just by chance or choice?
No, I don't think so. That is it's both. You work hard, and if something don't happen, then it's just God's will. It's like I tried because my father, he had a dream that I should be a doctor. So the first thing came into his mind, medicine. So I followed his dream. I tried my hard. That was my choice, but it didn't happen, and that was chance or that was luck.
Both things.
Yes. But you can't say, and you can't sit and say it happened by chance. You have to first try.
Also, you have this goal about regarding your son.
Sorry?
Also, you have this goal regarding your son.
I have different goals for him. Yeah, I will let them choose first.
And in which university do you live in New Zealand?
In New Zealand, it's Massey University. It's agriculture university. There are few universities in New Zealand. One of them is Massey University, which is famous for agriculture background. So that's why I choose the Massey.
What is your recent goal?
Recent goals.
Like you want to continue your next career in New Zealand or Pakistan?
We tried actually in Pakistan.
Seriously?
My husband, he's also doctor. He's also PhD doctor.
Okay.
So we both tried, but there was no luck. So we have to earn
Might be
for the
possible
family.
now.
Yeah, maybe in a coming future when we have some experience, then someone likes to gain,
Ma'am, I want to know that which type of hardness you face in New Zealand.
Now everything feels like adventure, to be honest. But new place, new people, so you have to adjust in them. And because of our background, we are Muslim, so it also takes a lot of time to convince them that we are. We don't handshake with a male. So, and they feel like if someone have hand like this, and they feel quite bad. So we have to explain them that it's just our religion and it's custom that we don't. But it doesn't mean that we are not social or we are not good with daily.
Ma'am, would you tell in which subject you do PhD?
It's related to fruits and vegetables. It's called horticulture.
What is the full form of MBBS?
Sorry?
What is the full form of MBBS?
Full form? I'm not MBBS. I'm a PhD doctor.
What PhD?
Doctor of Philosophy.
Which university do you read?
In here or in New Zealand? In Pakistan? Faisalabad University. Agriculture University is Faisalabad.
What did you become when you were child?
Sorry?
What did you become when you were childhood?
What was the childhood dream of yours?
Scientist, to be honest. I didn't say this to my father. I used to say, but yeah.
How did you want to be a scientist? What was the first thing that encouraged you to be a scientist?
I remember that when we used to sleep in open area. We still do in a village. It's still a custom. So when I was lying down, like in your age, maybe around that age, so I always wondered that what is going on in this world, why the stars are here, why the moon is here, what is the moon, what is the star, what is happening there. So when I started studying the sciences in the school, so I started studying some magazines and they call Science Digest. So it was so full of fascinations that it gave me more and more inspiration that I should study more and more that what is happening
So
inside.
what do you suggest for the girls of your age? Which career should they choose then?
For futuristic.
For future, yeah, nothing is impossible and nothing is difficult. I would say that if you have a dream that I want to be a pilot, then go for that. But one thing I have to tell you that we as a female, we have a double responsibility. We have to also raise the family, we have to make home, and we have to look for the career as well. So just think of that what could be your profession that will not, maybe your in-laws will be really good. Maybe your husband will be, inshallah, he will be really good, that he will understand. And he will not mind that if you are pilot. So go for that. I would not say that you can't do anything.
What is different between Pakistan and New Zealand?
In which, in every sense or which sense?
In every sense.
In every sense. The only thing which I like in New Zealand is a law and order. The people, they obey law and order. Is like everyone knows that if you are driving and you exceed the limit, that is going, if the limit is 50 and if you go anything wrong, so everyone will be penalized. Even if it is a prime minister or if it is a president of the country, so you will see him walking like a normal person. So other than that, our country I love my country.
Ma'am, what will